Hello everyone, Strikoder here. Today we're gonna solve first one hub machine on HackTheBox, which is a Linux easy machine. So let's just get started. I'm gonna copy the IP, gonna ping that. The machine is up. Gonna add that to the etc hosts and gonna run rust scan against that. Gonna pass that. So we have 22 and 80. Let's run Ghostbuster, GoBuster against that. Gonna check. While we are checking, I'm gonna visit the website. So I'm gonna write T1. Burp was working. Okay, so here we see, is that website down or is it just you? We see JavaScript. I'm gonna keep that running in the background. I always prefer to have Burp running in the background, even though that I'm not intercepting. Let me run Burp Suite. I'm not gonna intercept for now. Let's try google.com, a URL, HTTP. So it's loading. I'm not intercepting yet. Probably the machine is not online. Let's try localhost. It cannot reach the internet. It is up. It is just you, and it prints HTTP. Okay. I don't think that we can inject anything in here. What can we do in here? Let's check burp. Please intercept that. And let's see what can we do. HTTP localhost. I prefer to work with repeater. Send that. And please show me the render. And I'm gonna check GoBuster or Ghostbuster. Well, it's already 20%. It hasn't seen anything interesting, so I'm gonna stop that. Okay. So here we see the URL is, I won't say encrypted, but let me check. It's encoded. Yep. So Control U and you can encode that again. What can we do? So since here HTTP, let's try other command like HTTPS. Does that work? Yep. So HTTPS localhost again. That probably is gonna work. So here I believe the logic is either wget or curl, or it's a Linux machine. Wget won't check the website, so probably it's curl. So let's get back to HTTPS. I will leave localhost. Maybe we can check the file. So I would say file etc password, for instance. Can we check files in curl using semicolon? I don't think so. Maybe with at %. Sorry, I have German keyboard. I don't know where it's located. Okay, so it's showing us only the local host. So it's not executing the second. Maybe with space, probably. So it's not showing us the local host anymore. Okay, how can we solve that? Maybe something like HTTPS. Still not useful. Maybe if we add something in here, something like this. Still not working. So maybe like this. Alright, interesting. Now we're rocking. So here we see the Etsy password. Shit, I cannot zoom in. I'm sorry. Can I? No, that's search, not zoom in. So here we can see there are few users like Alex. And do we have any other user? And the root, of course. And that's it. We don't have any others, so Alex would be our user. What can we search as well? So we have Etsy password. Let's check our proc self. Index.php. So here we can see the code. So it's an PHP website. Here we see the main website. And below we see the logic. If expert mode and get expert mode equal TCP. Or is it just you? Okay, let's check that. Oops. I'm gonna stop intercepting for now. And maybe I can try slash expert mode. Lol. It was the image. Okay, maybe like this. Expert, I believe. Nah. So it's an Apache server. Nice to know. Maybe like this. Expert mode. So we got redirected to the main. Yep, we got redirected. I believe we had something. It was in repeater, right? Let me read that again. So we need to say equal TCP. Maybe with that redirection, equal TCP, and voila, we are here. Okay, so please enter an IB. Let me check my IB. IB grep done 0, 10, 10, 14, 154, 10, 10, 14, 154, and I would say 4444. Let me search for the rab command because I always forget that, and I'm gonna run that. So let me check that, type ID in here, and wait a little bit. Hopefully we can get... Okay, so we got connected and disconnected. So maybe it's just a netcat pinging us for one time. A ping connection, maybe. I mean, that's vague. Let me go to my friend. Oops. Let me switch into here. Oh, I usually forget my IB. Thanks for the autocomplete. And my friend, my best friend, is it refused? My second best friend, the repeater. Let me send that and check here. I'm gonna wait a little bit. So yep, it's connecting and disconnecting immediately. So can we say in the L port, for instance, bin bash maybe -i for interactive. So we haven't even got the connection. Let me check the render. Okay, so it doesn't take the argument. Okay, I'm gonna omit that. Let me check with bin bash and wait for the response. So it did the same. It didn't work. Invalid port, bin bash. Okay, maybe if I confiscated that with Control U and not confiscated, encoded that Control U. Still waiting. Same thing. Maybe we can say -e. Let me I keep saying confiscating. Let me try this. That's fake. I mean, we should be connected by now. We couldn't. Why? Invalid port. Ah, because the E is stick to the bin bash. Let me try this again and check our connection. So we couldn't. Let me write this again, maybe because using the decode encode feature too many times, it affected. Let me connect, do that, send, and hopefully wait for a connection. Okay, we are connected. Let me check. ID data. So let's check if we have Python 3. We do. Let me write that. Python 3 -c import pty, then pty.spawn bin bash, and gonna close that and run that. Okay, now seti, stiti, I don't know how to pronounce that, echo, then nah, I need to run that in the background, sorry, row, echo, oops, nah, I needed to run this here, okay, here we need to export term equal xterm, and we see our first flag. Let me copy that, switch into here, submit that, user flag owned. Let us sudo -l as always. I don't know the password, I'm sorry. Okay, so whenever I don't know the password, I try to use my notes. So what about my notes? I search for HackTheBox. We cannot reach this whenever the flag is hidden, but we caught we caught the flag. the user flag, SSH keys, I don't think so. Content management systems, DB, I haven't seen any DB related stuff. Maybe I can search for writable directories. Let's check that. Oops. And after writable directories, I'm gonna search for writable files. So nothing interesting. They are all default stuff. Let's search for this. Okay, that is the user flag. Nothing interesting as well. Let me check here again. Okay. Maybe this might work. Oppa, we had different stuff. Let me... So we have a lot of user stuff. Let me omit user. Probably won't have anything interesting. I would say path, user, -o. Var, nothing interesting probably. Let me check. Yeah, all default stuff. Okay, so snap, not interested. Run as well. Let me include run as well. So I'm filtering one by one, just in case, not to miss anything. We can filter Etsy as well. Home. Alex. We can cd into that. Cd. Oh my gosh. Alex. Okay. So here we see bash rc history. We can't get anything from that because HackTheBox tell the authors to omit the history and the configurations, blah blah blah. So here we see PSWM. Let me Google that. I'm sorry, my best friend, I need to stop your interception. PSWM, GitHub. What the hell is that? Assemble command line password manager. Okay. So let me zoom in. So built to be secure, it encrypts your password with a key that only you. Okay. Well, since my background is a machine learning and data science stuff, I really like Python code, so let me check the code. Where is our main? Not in here. Maybe in here. I prefer to use Visual Studio. Can we open that, please? Not in here. Let me take this, move into here, open that here. In Google probably, yep, we can do that. So you can click on dot and open Visual Studio in the browser. Yeah, I know, I use them, guys. Please hold up, please don't curse me if you follow Primeagen. The Primeagen, Sulassen. Okay, now we are here. So nothing interesting. Okay. So nice, we see some encryption stuff. Okay. and generation of a password. Global vars, we're not interested. Let me go to here again. ls, nothing in here. Lislah, so does admin successful. Bum, bum, bum. It was in local, right? Yeah, in local. cd.local share PSWM la. So it's a file. Get that. Okay. Let me get that with echo. I believe it was like this. No. I believe like this. No such file directory. Well, at least now I have that. So let me copy that. Probably that S64. And copy that. Let me go to my machine. Make directory. I'm gonna call that. What's the name of the machine? I forgot. Down. cd into down. And vim hash to text. Well, I'm gonna quit. And let's see. I'm gonna bring ChatGPT and gonna ask him how to decrypt PSWM encoded pass. PSWM, right? PSWM, right. Oops. Nothing interesting. Can you please provide a GitHub link for me? Because I've searched online and I couldn't find anything. Let's check that. Okay, it's a little bit sus. It only has 2 stars. I'm afraid that something bad in here. Well, nothing bad in here probably. Yep, it's an easy code. We should always understand what ChatGPT is giving us, not only copy paste. Be careful. So he's telling us git clone, cd into that, and probably he's telling us how to use that, path to the PSM. So I'm gonna say cd, oops, not cd, and I'm gonna give the hash. So no module named cryptocode, sudo pip install not Python crypto. This is another library, cryptocode. Python 2 then. Invalid syntax. Let me check the code. That's fake. That's extremely strange. Let me think a little bit. Maybe if I made a new environment, let's say Python 3-m venv venv. Okay, then source it. Then pip install cryptocode, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, now it's working. Okay. Now maybe we can run that. Python 3 PSWM Okay. Local share PSWM. Let me check the code. So what's saying here? So that's strange. Encrypted vault. So here we are searching. Okay, so user word shared. Let me check. User share, word list. Oops. Rockio. Yeah, it's here. So the issue is with this file, BazVault file. Okay, let me try for the other link that I found as well on the internet using ChatGPT. Nah, this one actually by the 0xDF. The first one was by ChatGPT. The second one by this walkthrough. Check the walkthrough for the this machine. Okay, I'm gonna turn off burp for now. Let me. Okay, for now, git clone. Sudo into that. And let's see. Oops. Let's see how we use this. Pip install. I'm gonna pip install that. Then use that. And word list. So the encrypted file is gonna be probably twice. Here is it. And word list is gonna be in user share word list rockio. So voila, we see the password is gonna be probably this. Let's try both. So let me get back to here, sudo l. Oops. I'm switching not correctly. Let me try this. So here, oops, I didn't copy that. Let me copy that again. Yeah, so let me go into here. Maybe flower. Okay, it's not correct. Maybe if we switched into SU, what was his name? Alex? If we paste that, okay, yeah, makes sense. Now sudo l, maybe the same path. Okay, we can run everything as sudo, then sudo su, and we are now root. Cd into root, ls cat root, I mean dude, and voila. Okay guys, thank you for watching. YouTube is gonna recommend for you this playlist and this video. Be sure to watch them and see you next time. Good luck and peace out.